In this video, we're going to look at our business assessment task 2 project 1, which is creating a business plan. Now, this is a really big assessment, but we've also provided a template that you can use to help you out with this. So you're basically required to develop a business plan for your planned massage business in whichever context you're going to create that. You need to follow the instructions that are in this and go through it from start to finish. Basically, there'll be sections in this that are in italics that you'll need to fill out. It's best to complete this in an electronic format and best designed to how you want your business to operate, so that when you are finished your qualification, it's an easy document that you've already established. Depending on the way that you're doing your business, there may be some parts of this that are irrelevant and you may delete these from the template, but you need to make sure that the following factors are all included. So you need to go over a business summary, a mission statement, how you're going to get registered as this business, and that may even include if you're going to run a business from home, who do you have to apply for that with, and will your local council allow that? Where your business is going to be located, an organisational chart. So if you're just going to be the sole operator of this business, that's only going to include you. But if you're planning to employ staff, then there's going to have to be something that shows that. What insurances do you need? What risk management are you going to look at before setting it up? What legal considerations are there? What are the products and the services that you're going to offer? So is it just going to be massage? And if it is, are you offering 30-minute services, 45-minute services, an hour? Are you going to do mobile? And what are the associated costs that go with that? If you're going to sell products, or what are those products? What are you getting them in as a cost price for, and what are you planning to sell them at? Are you going to do packages and things like that as well? Who is your competition? So looking at the local area that you're going to set this business up in and who comes close to what you're doing. The market position as well. So are you going to be setting something up like this that is in an area where there's already a lot of people doing the same thing, or is there a big demand for it? And so what can you, I suppose, do to be able to separate yourself, which will then come into our SWOT analysis later. Looking at what you're going to do for a marketing strategy. So how are you going to advertise this? How frequently are you going to advertise? Who is your ideal customer? Because that's going to help you to identify what kind of marketing strategies you can start to put into place. Your SWOT analysis, so your strengths, your weaknesses, your opportunities, and your threats. So that'll be basically personal stuff as well as looking at the greater industry and looking at your area. The finances is a big part. So what money do you already have to bring into this business? Are you going to have to get a loan? What kind of equipment are you going to need to get to set yourself up? And then once you are set up as well, what are the ongoing maintenance costs that you're going to have associated with this? Based on a lot of that financial stuff, you'll need to create a profit and loss forecast and an expected cash flow. So based on what you can put into the business, how many clients you're expecting to see within that week, within that month, at the price of your massages, by the time you take out costs, how much money will you have made at the end of the year? Now with this, keep in mind that most businesses won't turn a profit in the first year. So when we're looking at marking this, I don't want to see that you're going to make $100,000. I want it to be realistic. So if we have a look at the template is provided by business.gov.au. And if this is done something properly and you are having to apply for a loan for your business, this is a great document that you can take in with you. So create a business logo if you want, if you've already got one. Include your details. Now with something like an ABN, you can just make that up for now because you won't have actually applied for it. Fill in the business name and the date that you're preparing this. Your table of contents, and then just go through, and this is where I've got anything that's in italics that you need to be able to complete. Okay, so make sure you're deleting the parts that are in brackets and then adding in what you're going to be doing. Who your market is, the future, your finances, business details, This is where the organisational chart's going to come in. So like I said, if it's only you as a sole operator, you just have to put your name and the owner manager. Okay, you can literally delete the rest of these boxes. Key personnel and current staff, and listing in what their qualifications are. So if it's just you, just putting in your name, your job title, your expected turnover. You're going to hope that you're going to be in there for long term, so there won't be the turnover. And let's list in your skills, your strengths, including your qualifications. With your required staff, this is where I would put in what you're looking at in the future. So who will you want to employ? Again, everything, your insurances are in there, risk management. So what are some common risks that might be applied in the massage industry? Now, if you think back to your risk assessment tasks, that should help you out. Legal considerations, operations, inventory, sustainability practices to make sure that you can succeed in this industry, our SWOT analysis, our competitors, and we'll get into the financial side of things. So everything is being prepared here. Make sure that you're putting in what the cost of these would be. And if you're not going to have to worry about it, put it in as a 0. Okay, but most of these you will have to have listed at some description. Your balance sheet forecast, now just change these dates up the top to reflect 3 years. So your first year, your second year, and your third year. And then your expected cash flow. So again, put in what your opening balance is, how much you're expecting to bring in terms of your sales, what are your outgoings going to be, and then working out what your monthly cash balance will be and your closing balance. Now what you've got to make sure is that the figures that you're putting in this table here are also matching what you've put up the top. Okay, that's going to be something that your assessor is going to be looking for to make sure that you have actually filled it out properly. And then any supporting documents that you may need to include with this. Okay, but if you fill out this and follow the template as it is, you should be able to cover off all of the required information that we need. If you have any questions with this, please feel free to talk to your trainer and they can go through this in more detail.